Tuesday. It's Tuesday. What does that mean? It means film breakdown. Should make that an intro or a jingle. I apologize for your ears. What is up, Finn fans? I'm in a good mood. Pretty sure all Dolphin fans are in a good mood. Not only are we 7-3, not only are we second in the AFC, first in the AFC East, but the Eagles lost. So the Dolphins are still the only team in NFL history to go undefeated. So it feels good. We're going to jump into this film breakdown. It's a lot of offense. And there's some notes. I always take a little tidbit notes while I do the film breakdown. Some things I noticed. Tua was on. He was playing great. He was doing his thing. A lot of people say, and I've heard it on Twitter, and these are the Tua naysayers, right? They need to see more out of Tua, right? Any quarterback you plug into the system is going to be as successful as Tua. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think if you put Davis Mills in this offense, I don't think he's going to be as good as Tua is doing. We already saw that Teddy Bridgewater didn't do as good as Tua. We already saw that Skylar Thompson didn't do as good as Tua. I don't believe that. And I will show you. Yes, it does help that he finally has weapons. He finally has a coach that's backing him, like about 80% of the quarterbacks in the NFL that are successful. But I will show you plays, and I have plays to show that why Tua is the difference and the precision and what he does with that ball. I will show you that. That's one thing I noticed. The other thing I noticed, the Dolphins' defense is just different at home. I don't know what it is. You know, we gave up 7 points on that first drive, and then we didn't give them any points until I think it was the third quarter. We gave up that field goal, and then we gave up a touchdown in the fourth quarter. Other than that, the Dolphins defense was just on. Stopped one of the best rush offenses in the NFL. Was just completely on. I don't know why they play different at home versus on the road. Obviously, it's probably because they're home, but it's just a different defense on home versus in the road. Last thing I'm going to talk about that I noticed, and I'm going to give you some examples, is the run game. And the difference between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. Now, I'm going to point out some differences, and me pointing out these differences isn't a knock on one or the other. It's just something I notice, and how these two tandems back to back or together are just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, without any more me rambling, we're going to do a little of this. And we're going to break down some film. I'm going to do it up. So we're going to start off with kind of the Raheem Mostert versus Zach Wilson talk, right? We're going to start with Raheem Mostert here. It's going to be a run. I think it's a run or it's a pass. I'm going to play it, and then we're going to talk about it. Well, motion's a pass. You know, give it off to Raheem Mostert here. Boom, right? You might be asking, now, let me ask you, comment below, why am I showing this, and what is the difference between Mostert and Jeff Wilson on that play, right? I'll give you a second. I'll ramble on a little bit. Had a good day today. Got some IKEA drawers from my daughter's dresser. Put them together. Did it really quick. Was fun. Didn't get mad. Cool. So I hope you commented what you thought the difference was. The biggest difference here, right? Get the ball to Raheem Mostert. Boom. Right? He has to get through one guy. Obviously, these two guys are going to come over, so he's not going to be able to break it for a touchdown. But he has to get through this one guy to get the first down. The biggest difference that I've noticed so far between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson is Jeff Wilson's going to run through this defender. Raheem Mostert does that. He kind of does he tries to juke the defender. See that? How he comes to a stop? Jeff Wilson's not stopping. I have a play to show you to show the contradiction. But I feel like if he would have planted and kind of tried to drive through him, he had a chance possibly of getting the first down. But that's a big difference that I noticed between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. This is a first down play. It's a dot. It's just a dot from Tua Tagovailoa. We're going to play it, and then I'm going to break it down for you. This is their first offensive drive. Dropping back, looking at it. Boom. Right there. Now, he sits in this this play, right? He's Sherfield here, he's going to sit down on his route. He's going to come up and he's going to kind of sit down on his route in here. So you see, right? You come in, boom, he's going to sit. Now, I think, Tua puts the ball, right? Puts it where it needs to be, and he throws it to his outside. I'll show you from the other angle. He throws it to his right outside shoulder because the defender's coming from the left side, and if he kind of tries to throw it center in between his numbers, it's probably going to get smacked down, so he kind of throws it to the outside. Some might think that's an inaccurate pass. It's not. He's putting it to the outside because the defender's on his left. Normally, you would think, boom, he's going to throw it there. I think what he's waiting for is to see what Tyreek Hill's happening here. I think he has his eye on Tyreek up at the top, realizes the safety's dropping with him. All right, I'm just going to dump it off here, get the first down. Show you at the other angle what I'm talking about when it comes to the shoulder placement, right? So here comes the defender here. Defender's now coming in. He's going to drop it off on his outside shoulder. Not only is he helping Sherfield catch the ball better because you have 44 coming in, he's also protecting his receiver. Because if he were to throw it in the numbers or if he were to throw it over here, he's going to get lit up. But the fact that he throws it away from the defender, he moves his receiver away from the defender and protects his guy. It's a great play here. This is Wilson. This is Jeff Wilson's run. This is where you're going to see the big difference between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. This play, he makes Grant Delpit look like a little boy. See the difference? Now, if you go back to this play, right? See how he kind of stops before he hits? And then if we go to this play, he drives through him. And he drives through him to the point where he continues to run off the hit. Boom. And then continues to get more. That's Ward. My apologies. Not Delpit. It's Ward. But he puts his shoulder down. That is the biggest difference between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. He's going to put his shoulder down and drive through you and try to get more yards. I absolutely love Jeff Wilson's running style. I love that he has the speed, but not only does he have the speed, he's not afraid to run through you. He's not afraid to fight to get those extra yards. Absolutely love it. This is a touchdown pass to Alec Ingold, and I like this pass because Tua fakes out the defender here. Great pocket presence too from Tua, right? I talked about this on Twitter. This is a side note. I talked about this on Twitter, and I even talked about it in my film breakdowns, that Connor Williams is a fantastic blocker, whether it's run or pass blocking, but his snaps scare the crap out of me. And I said it on Twitter, and I got a lot of flack from people saying, why would you want to take the top 5 center out of that position and put him somewhere else? And I'm not saying I do, but his snaps scare me. Look at this snap. This happens a lot with Tua. He has to either go up, he has to go to the side. I think I have some plays where I want to talk about his pass, but I notice that his snaps are up and to the side and up and to the side. Tua has the greatest hand-eye coordination because he just got to catch these snaps that go all over the place. Right there. He makes this defender waft so he has time to get that ball out. It's a great play. It's a great play by Tua. Because if he doesn't pump fake him here, that's a sack. Great play. And you know why? Because they sat down in the film and they looked at everything and they noticed that on these plays consistently Tua's got pressure in his face, he's getting sacked. So they're like, screw it. Because this is the play. You're going to let this guy go through because he's not going to block him. So I'm going to pump fake him, make him jump in the air, and I got my guy one-on-one all alone. Great blocking. Touchdown. This is the Elena Roberts hit. This is this man right here. My drawing thing isn't working. It's breaking my heart. I'll show you. See? You see the crayon? And it's not working. I think it's this software, but I'm already in the middle of doing it, so I'm not going to. You're just going to have to deal with the mouse for now. Elena Roberts here just lays The boom on Nick Chubb. Just lays the boom on Nick Chubb. I wish we had the broadcast angle, which is back here. Just boom. Landon Roberts is one of our best run-stopping linebackers. The only thing that sucks is we need that 3-down linebacker. Landon Roberts is horrible in coverage, but when it comes to run-stopping, he is one of the best. Like, just lights him up. This is probably like one of the only bad plays. I have 2 bad plays to talk about. This is a 2nd and long, and they convert this. And they convert this because they play a soft zone here. Now, I'm going to play it, and then we'll dissect it. They play a soft zone here. And I think it's Kader Kohou that kind of lets it happen. Because if they were tighter coverage, right, and they weren't playing a soft zone, because sending the 4, these guys are getting pressure, but they're protecting the first down marker at the 45. So they're all dropping back into a zone. Kader Kohou's just going to bounce his guy off, and he's going to realize it. Oh, they're playing the soft zone. I could dump this off into here. He could have dumped it off into here, too. Like, it's the 2 triangles. You got a triangle here, and you got a triangle here. I have 2 options here. So he steps up, he throws it. You don't give him time. You don't play this soft zone. You play man-to-man, and you have him follow him all the way up the field. He doesn't have time to throw it, and he gets sacked. I just don't like playing the soft zone, especially in long down situations. It really bothers me. This is the fumble play, and this is Jalen Phillips' play, 101. He causes the fumble. Now you can't really see it. You can't really see. You saw it from the other angle, from the TV angle. No, I'm sorry. That's not Jalen Phillips who causes the fumble. That's Zach Sealer. Gets his hand in and punches that ball out. Right here. That's just bad ball play. That's bad ball carrying skills from Nick Chubb here. He has that ball out. He's getting ready to run. He has the ball out. Easy punch out. Dolphins get the ball. Is that Xavier Howard that jumps on it? I swear, that man is everywhere when there's a turnover. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Now here is a drop that actually turns into something good, right? This is going to be a drop from Jalen Waddle. He normally 9 times out of 10 catches this ball, and he redeems himself on the next play. So this is a nice little slant route. Boom. You would think, oh, he caught it. Drops the ball. And that ball's put right where it needs to be. With pressure in his face. Tua knows where him and Waddle are on the same page. Because he gets pressure in his face from this blitz. And he's getting ready to throw it. And he didn't even break. He didn't even break in on the post route. And he's like, I gotta throw this because I got a defender in my face. He kind of stops. Did you see that? Kind of a little stutter step there. But if you look at the other angle, definitely should have caught it. Definitely should have caught it. Good on Tua too to get that ball out accurately with a player in his face. You gotta catch that. But I also noticed while I was looking at it, a little handsy here. There's a rough right here too. Could have been a hold. Don't matter. We whooped them, so it don't really matter. Redemption right here. Right here, Jalen Waddle. Gonna run a post route on the inside. I wish I could draw it for you guys, but again, my program's acting up. A little post route on the inside here. And he is one player away from getting a big touchdown here. Boom. Throws it. Tua knows it. He throws it. Huge real estate here. Waddle, he's got his guy. I'm throwing it up to him. Boom. And it's just, if he doesn't smack his foot, oh, he's gone. Huge touchdown. Huge touchdown if he doesn't smack his foot. And unfortunately, I got to talk about a bad play here. This series ends up in a field goal, and one of the main reasons it ends up in a field goal is because of this play. The Dolphins at this point are connecting. Tua is making ridiculous passes, like I've shown you. We are running the ball consistently. I think Jeff Wilson at this point has like 8 yards of carry. Raheem Mostert has like 5 yards of carry. And then Mike McDaniel draws this end around up. And I don't understand why, right? I don't understand what the point of this end around is. Who is he looking at? He's looking over here. So is he waiting for him to get open? Like, is he going to throw it to him? And when I watched it live, it drove me nuts, right? Because does Jeff Wilson have an arm? I'm sorry. I keep saying Jeff Wilson. Cedric Wilson. Does Cedric Wilson have an arm? Can Cedric Wilson throw it 30 yards downfield accurately? Because if that's the case, and they trust that he can throw this ball, Cedric Wilson, you got Tyreek Hill right here. I don't know who he's looking at, but you have Tyreek Hill, and I saw it live. I was like, he had an easy touchdown. Can he throw the ball? Because you got a touchdown right here. Right here. But then he decides to start running, and we lose 6 yards. End up kicking a field goal. I don't understand the play there. I do not understand the play there. Again, if the play is for him to throw it, if the play is for him to throw it back to Tua and then Tua to throw it, then why didn't he just do that? Because Tyreek Hill was wide open. He was butt naked, wide open. We had Landon Roberts laying the boom. We got Jerome Baker laying the boom on Kareem Hunt here. Just telling you, this defense plays different when they're at home. Hits the gap, boom, lays him on his butt. Just a great play from Jerome Baker, finding the gap, making the right decision, because he could have went here or here, saw that this gap opened up, hit the gap. He had to come around, block Jalen Phillips, boom, knocks him on his butt. Just great play. Like I said, the defense just plays different. This pass here is ridiculous. This is probably one of Tua's best games. And he's had some real... You know how in 2020 and the past 2 years, a lot of us Dolphin fans who want to see Tua do well talk about the Arizona Cardinals game and how, he had a good game. This season, he had a bunch. But this is probably one of his best. And this pass here is ridiculous. Play action here. Pressure in his face. Gets it off to Tyreek Hill, who gets his tootsies down. And why is this pass ridiculous? Play action, right? He knows that Tyreek is going to run a corner route. So he's going to come running up here. Both of these defenders did not get blocked very well here. So he's got two defenders in his face. Off his back foot. This is not... It's not this. He's doing this. He's off his back foot, throwing it. Precision. Like, are you kidding me? With the throw off his back foot, the distance he had to throw the ball, so it's what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 33 yards from the left hash mark all the way to the sideline. And the precision he puts on it. We're going to look at it from the other angle so you can see. So, not great mechanics. But he still... Like, he put that ball exactly where it needs to be that Tyreek Hill can catch it and get both his feet down. He didn't put it out here too far. He didn't throw it behind him too far. He put that ball exactly where it needed to be on his back foot with two defenders in his face. This is a prime example of when people say, you put any quarterback in this system and they'll do exactly what Tua is doing. No, because that's ridiculous. That throw is absolutely ridiculous. First down run here from our man, Jeff Wilson. And I'm showing this play because I love, if you ever notice the running backs do drills where they kind of drop their shoulder, I just love how he finds this lane here, right? Normally, a running back is going to say to himself, I'll bounce it to the outside here, and I'm going to get pay dirt. I have open field over here. He trusts his blockers. So what he does is he comes in and he squeezes in here. He dips his shoulder around Teron Armstead. Watch him dip his shoulder. See that? He dips his shoulder around Teron Armstead. Dips it down. He runs different. Jeff Wilson he runs different. This is 4th down. This is the 4th down play that I didn't mind them going for it on 4th down because at this point they're up by 3. But I didn't like the play. I didn't like the play that was called, right? You have Sherfield here. You have Waddle here. You have Hill here. And of course, on this scenario, you're going to have Jeff Wilson in there because he's our physical back. I don't like this play because look at what they're doing here. There's no safeties over the top. This is 4th and 1, and they're totally 100% expecting a run here. If I'm calling up this play, and they did it another time in the game, I'm having, him out, him in the slot, him out. I'm going to get in shotgun, and I'm spreading this defense out. So I got 2 corners over there. I got a corner over there. Now, if they're going to blitz me, if they're going to send the house at me, I can have one of my guys run a quick slant, get the first down. But if they don't, and if they're trying to protect the slants, and if they're trying to protect the pass, all of a sudden they're going to put these guys out. You have the win on the defense versus offensive line. And again, obviously Mike McDaniel knows 1,000% more than me, but just that's my thought process. And if you watch too, how quickly they get to the line and then snap the ball, right? You think oh, we're going to catch him off guard. It just gets blown up in the backfield. I don't like it. I just don't like the play. I don't like the play there. But we ended up again, our defense was dominant in this game. We ended up forcing them to punt. 2nd down pass here to Gesicki. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pass here. And I love the precision and I love the anticipation from Tua here. I also love the play design. I wish I could draw it for you. So you could see the play design and how good it is, right? You got Tyreek Hill up here. You have Gesicki in the slot. Gesicki's going to be running a corner route. He's going to go up and out. And Hill's going to be running an in route. And this in route is going to be pulling this corner to the inside. And what that's going to do is it's going to free up this space here. Right? Boom. By him running this in route, you see the corner pulling down on that. Even he is going to, because it's 2nd and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2nd and 6. So both of these guys are going to pull down to try to take Tyreek Hill and stop him from getting that first, not realizing Gesicki's running butt naked open. Love it. See how both these guys are coming down, expecting the ball to come to Hill. Again, he only throws it to Hill. Hillbilly got it. Hillbilly. Hill barely got any of the passes. And it was just great play design to get Gesicki open. Love that play. I really do love that play. This is a 3rd down pass. This is the 3rd down pass that I was like, that's it. That's it. If you don't think Tua is different, and if you don't think Tua has a command and would do, this is the play that literally, to me, if you think any quarterback can do what Tua is doing in this offense, show me a quarterback that can make this pass. Show me, and I've heard people say it time and time again, any quarterback can play in the system. Show me them making this pass. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he has to do it quick. He has to do it quick with this defender coming right in his face. Boom. And we'll look at it from the other angle. Because, yes, the corner jumps the route perfectly, but Tua puts that ball from the left hash mark to the sideline. People talk about arm strength. Tua has a noodle arm. Tua doesn't have arm strength. The amount of zip and the amount of arm strength you have to throw the ball from the left hash mark to the right sideline at this speed with that spiral to get it past that defender is just ridiculous. Like, look where he places that ball. Right above. You would think if he get any lower and he tries to put it in his hands, I don't know what to tell you. So not only you see that, right? And people still like, oh, it's Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki and Mike McDaniel, and he actually has a decent offensive line. It's not Tua. It's not Tua. Tua's like, you know what? Suck an egg. How about this one? I'll show you it's not me. How about this one? Dot. just dot. Also, you got to give this play to Sherfield because Sherfield makes the catch. Tua puts it where only his guy's going to catch it, and Sherfield makes the catch. Not only does he make the catch, but he also gets his feet in. Again, he can't hold that ball for too long. Boop. Like, just look at everyone celebrating. I wonder if I know anybody here. If you're sitting here, comment below. Say, hey, Doug, that's me wearing the Javon Holland shirt with the hat on backwards. Or, hey, that's me with the Waddle jersey. Let me know if you're sitting there. But just puts it. If he doesn't catch this, it's going out of bounds. It's never going to be. It's not a situation where it's an interception. It's just a great, great, great play. This is a play where I watched it a few times. This is a play to Gesicki. Gesicki's going to be running a crossing route. And Tua just gets it to him, right? And you're thinking, all right, Doug. he's running a crossing route, and his man is about 2-3 yards off, and he throws it to an open man. What you got to watch here, though, is what Tua does to the linebacker. Because if Tua throws it now, right? They're looking at each other. They're giving each other the eye. Throw me the ball. And he's like, all right, I'll throw you the ball. Huh? Because he will jump it. And Tua knows he'll jump it. Tua knows he'll get there. You know why? Because the same thing happened when the Dolphins faced the Bills and Milano jumped in front of the pass, but he dropped it. Tua learned from that. So he's like, I don't need to force this. Right? I don't need to force it. I have time. I have a ton of time. I don't need to force it. Wait till he gets open. You see it. And even pulls him over. Him pump faking like that pulled the linebacker over, so he was able to do that without the linebacker smacking that ball down. It's the little things. You got to watch the little things here and there. This is the touchdown for Raheem Mostert. Great blocking. Gets to the second field. Jones. Just great blocking. Great blocking by Sherfield. Sherfield is such a good blocking wide receiver here. Look at these lanes. He just follows it down. Trusts his guy. Nice block by Terron Armstead. Nice block by Jones here. Nice block by Connor Williams. And then he could run straight, but then he's got to try to, fight through him. And he's like, I trust my guy. My guy's going to make the block. Strolls in. Beautiful. Last one we're going to talk about. This is a third down play here. And this is Tua Tagovailoa's bread and butter. And what I mean by that is pocket presence, keeping his eyes down the field, and throwing a dart. It's third down here. It's third and long. Here's the first down marker at about the 33. They got the ball on their own 23. It's 3rd and 10. Pressure. Boom. First down. And this is what Tua does well. So many people have said, and I break down, last year too, every week I break down film. So many people say, when Tua gets pressure, he crumbles. When Tua feels pressure, he makes mistakes. And I'm like, what are you watching? Because all I saw last year too is this. Him stepping up in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field, following Jalen Waddle in the zone, dropping the ball off to him. That's all he does. He doesn't let the pressure from Garrett or from Jadeveon Clowney, get to him. Eyes downfield, eyes downfield, eyes downfield, constantly downfield, waits for it, boom. Gets to his guy. So I just find it funny when people, those talking points, right? Any quarterback can play in the system, be successful, and, you know, two of this, two of that. And I'm like, you could tell those are people who either, one, don't watch the Dolphins games, or two, don't know what they're watching. But this team is good. This team is good. Defense needs to work on a few things. They still were a little sloppy at some points. But again, they play different when they're home. They play with a different intensity when they're home. Good thing we're home after the bye against the Texans, but then we got this tough road game. So we'll see how this all pans out. But I'm very happy with the offense. I'm very happy that now all of a sudden Jeff Wilson and this, you know, we have 2 weeks of practice to get our guys back. Hopefully we get Trey Flowers back. Hopefully we get Byron Jones back. I don't know, but if we can get those two guys back, that's going to huge addition to the defense. We can play complementary football. Jeff Wilson, more time with the offense to learn it. Sky's the limit on this team. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I think Pick'ems is tomorrow. I talked to Big O. A lot of you guys have been asking me. I talked to Big O. We were working on getting back and doing our groove. He was very busy. Also, he had to give his his voice a rest, so he couldn't overwork himself. But we're working on some things. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy and fins up.